Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start our EDUCA DPS podcast, and today the topic is innovative ways the Department of Public Transportation is improving student safety. Before we start, I want to thank our sponsors, VS America, providers of agile furniture for our schools. Together, we are creating future-ready learning environments where comfort, choice, and engagement drive every student's success. Let's get this episode started. Hello and welcome to the EDUCA DPS podcast. My name is Javier Ibarra, and today in the studio we have Albert Zamora, the Executive Director of Transportation for Denver Public Schools, here to share with the DPS community the innovative ways that the Department of Public School Transportation, here at DPS, is improving student safety. Albert, welcome to the EDUCA DPS podcast. How are you today?
Doing fine. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us real quick, and we were talking about this before the show started, but can you tell the audience a little bit about your history and how you ended up here at DPS?
Absolutely. I've been at DPS since 2019. I actually worked here in 2011 for a couple of years in a different position, but I came back in 2019. I've been in transportation for over 30 years.
Wow.
I've been in school bus transportation for 25. And the reason I ended up in Denver is, it's an interesting story because I wanted to be somewhere where I felt like I was making a difference, and I felt like the community here in Denver needed innovation. We needed to bring higher level thought to our transportation system here.
Wow, what an inspiring story. Just for our audience members, I want to give you a little bit about the topic today. So DPS Transportation has introduced new safety features this school year with the goal of upholding our mission of safely transporting students to their future. In this episode, we're going to discuss bus safety, obviously, but we're also going to talk about the new safety app called My Ride K-12, which is an innovative way that the transportation department is working to improve transportation for our students. So grab your headphones, share this episode with others, and listen in on the discussion. Let's get started with our first question. Albert, how does transportation ensure students' needs are always upheld?
I think the first thing that we have to talk about is that transportation is always on a mission, and that mission is always to safely transport students to the future. Everything that we think about, we're thinking around that same mission statement. We take it seriously, we repeat it often, and we believe in it. And the one thing that we understand is that we understand that for a lot of our students, we're the first people that they're going to see, and we're the last people they're going to see when they go home. So we want to make sure that we're providing a safe ride. We want to make sure that we're providing innovative solutions to ensure that we're even at a higher level of safety. So we take that mission very, very seriously, and we work off it on a daily basis.
I think it's important to know, right? When you talk to students, often their favorite adult from their day is their bus driver. I've talked to students, and it's just amazing how welcoming the environment is for our students when, like you said, right, you're the first to see them in the day, the last to see them in their day. But behind the scenes, right, which is really important for the parents' peace of mind, is you all are working on some safety things. So can you tell me what changes have occurred this school year in regards to student safety?
So we did two innovative things this year, and honestly, it's difficult to bring one innovation in, but we made a decision that we were going to bring two things in this year, and the reason we made that decision is because we felt like after the pandemic and everything that followed that we needed to make some moves in order to make transportation even more safe. So the two things that we did is we brought in an app, and the app is called My Ride K-12, and that app is completely parent-based to bring parents information on their students' ride to school. And then the second thing that we did is we brought in the technology and artificial intelligence technology camera system that works in conjunction with our GPS system on our buses. Those two things all working together are put together in order to bring transparency to parents, bring a higher level of information to the system so we can make decisions in transportation. And those two things are being pushed forward right now, and they're being innovated right now.
Just to give our audience members a little bit about the magnitude of our Department of Transportation. How many buses do you have in your fleet, give or take?
I love talking about numbers like that. We have 313 buses in the fleet.
Wow.
We run 12,000 miles a day.
Wow.
We run 2 million miles a year. We run 300 segments in the morning and 300 segments in the afternoon. So there, at any given time, there's around 220 to 240 buses on the road for Denver Public Schools.
So that means you have 240 bus drivers.
We have around 220 bus drivers. There's a shortage right now, and a lot of my staff step in as a bus driver, but there's around 220 bus drivers right now.
So that's huge. Let's just start off with that, right? It's a huge department. It's a lot to coordinate and get together. But on top of that, you as the executive director have decided, well, that's not good enough. We're going to bring in more safety. We're going to innovate, and we're going to put Denver Public Schools at the forefront, I would say nationwide, because I'm really in tune to what we're doing PR-wise nationwide, and I can't see or I haven't seen anything that innovative come out of a Department of Transportation in a very long time.
I think it's important and I think that parents should know this, that Denver Public Schools has it is a very complicated transportation system. Matter of fact, most people, I go to conferences all over the nation, and most people would say that Denver has one of the most complex systems in the nation. That complex system is put in place in order to provide services for our students, choice services. It's to make sure that we're providing service to all of the students that would need that service. So because of that, we have found sometimes obviously complex, but necessary services in order to make sure that our students get from point A to point B. So we have a very complicated system here. We're probably a handful of districts in the nation that have a shuttle system, and I say handful, it's probably 2 or 3, and most of those districts have actually got their idea from collaborating with us.
Wow.
So we're very innovative when it comes to finding solutions to get our students from A to B.
Well, that's really important because it leads into my next question, which is, you talked about the My Ride K-12. Tell me a little bit about how that helps the DPS community give the families a peace of mind.
Sure. The app was intended to be come to one app and get all the information that you needed in one place. So what it does is it provides 3 things to parents. It provides route information. We provide route information and transportation in 2 places because we understand that not everybody's going to be using their cell phone. We have it on the parent portal, and we also have it on the app. But route information is available. The second thing that's available is bus notifications. It's important for folks to know whether our buses are running late. We live in a city that continues to grow, and population causes traffic. We have snow in the city. We have complex weather here, so they'll get their late bus notifications. And then the third thing that it provides is that our students starting this year will be scanning on and off buses, which I think brings another peace of mind to parents to know that their student did get on the bus to go to school in the morning, did get on the bus to come home in the afternoon.
Which is simply, I guess, a peace of mind for all our parents. Are students required to scan? You said they have to scan something, right? What are they required to scan to get on and off the bus? Is it like, do they have their phone? What does that look like? Run me through that if you were a student. So you're
Sure.
walking in, I don't know, what time do students start? 6 a.m., 7 a.m., get on the bus?
Our first routes start around 6:15. We generally do 3 segments, because we provide service for three different schools per bus.
Mm-hmm.
Those buses are going to be equipped with tablets. That's the first thing. The first thing is how are we going to read that QR code? And the first thing is that those tablets are on the buses. The second thing is that we're providing the QR code in two different ways to students. If they have a cell phone, they will receive an email, and it goes to their district email, and they can actually download the QR code, and they can use their phone as that pass to get onto the bus. If the students do not have a QR code, they will get a physical ID. So elementaries, automatically, we send physical IDs to all elementaries. Mm-hmm. Some middle school students, we understand, some are going to have cell phones and some are not, and we're working with schools to make sure they get physical IDs or they have their cell phone. That QR code, they'll simply walk onto the bus, they'll walk up to the tablet, it's already loaded and ready. They place it in front. Many of us have used QR codes like for parking, those type of things, and it's the same way. The reader is just going to read the QR code. Once it reads the QR code, that data, and I think this is important too for parents to understand, that QR code is encrypted. Nobody can scan it and get any information from it. So if the QR code gets lost, nobody's going to get any information from it at all. That QR code goes with the kids for their entire academic career, so it doesn't have to change. It stays the same. And then once it gets scanned into the system then logs them on the ride. And those buses are connected through our GPS, which are communicating that student did get on, which then communicates to the parents that there's a scan on prompt for the student getting on.
What a unique way to ensure student safety, right? Because we talk about, I guess, the physical safety, right? Getting on and off the bus, making sure that they're on and off. But something that you touched on, and I hadn't even thought about, was the information, right? The data privacy. Mm-hmm. But you just explained that the students, even if they lost their card, if someone else was to scan that QR code, I wonder what's on here. There's absolutely nothing they're going to get out of that.
It takes them to a website that simply says there is no information available. And so it doesn't have any. Now our system reads it and understands the encryption and then understands that it's the student.
Albert, if that wasn't enough, right? You said you implemented 2 safety features or 2 innovative ways. What are other systems that the transportation department put in place this year to ensure student safety?
So we wanted to go a step farther. We understand that this brings safety for our students, and I think that it brings peace of mind to our parents. But the second thing we wanted to do is we wanted to make sure that our drivers get onto a bus every single day, and they go down the road with the intent of performing at the highest level, because we are transporting the most precious cargo, right? We want to make sure that they are performing at high levels. So we added another feature, and that feature is artificial intelligence cameras. Those cameras are placed in front of the driver. They are monitoring the driver's performance.
Wow.
And they work in conjunction with our GPS systems.
And you said they work together. How do they work together?
So the way they work together is the artificial intelligence part is basically looking at the driver while the driver's driving down the road. And what it's looking for is it's saying, does this driver look like they're distracted? Are they taking their hands off the wheel? We're required to keep both of our hands on the wheel upwards of 75% of the time. Mm-hmm. It's looking for that. Do they look drowsy? Are they yawning? Are they looking around too much? Are they not looking forward at the road? Then it combines it with GPS data, and it sits there and it says, okay, I see that maybe you look like you're drowsy, but I'm also noticing that you are accelerating harshly, you're braking harshly, you're turning harshly, and it starts to put all that data together. And then what it can do is it can communicate. If it feels like the risk that's happening on that bus needs immediate attention, it will send a message immediately to a supervisor. In the sense, every single day though, I think all of us sit in our jobs and we're all being critiqued on our performance, right? When we should be, because we're providing all of these services to our students, and we should be critiqued that we're at the highest level. So every single day that these cameras are running, they're also providing an input, or what you would call a driver score. And those drivers are then looking, every day we can look at those drivers and we can say, where are they scoring? How high is high enough? And is there behavior that we consider too risky that requires coaching now? So we can make some decisions on, do we coach? Is this driver at a high level? Could this driver be at a high enough level to even provide coaching and those type of things?
You explained many ways on how these AI cameras really improve driver performance. My question to you is there enough data out there from other school districts in order to compare and contrast how our drivers are doing? Or is this simply we're so far ahead of everyone else that we're setting the standard?
So there are a few. This technology actually came from the trucking industry. I said that I've been in the industry for over 30 years. I started the industry in the trucking industry. So I have a tendency to dabble in both places, and I look at technology on both sides. And they were using a technology like this very similarly on the trucking side. And in my mind, I felt like it made even more sense to use it when we had students on board. This just made perfect sense. So the case studies that we do have come from the trucking side. But what I can tell you is the statistics that I've looked at, there's been about a 35 to 45% reduction in risky behavior when these systems went into place. And then there has been when you start to get a score, there's a competitive nature that comes in, and people want to do better.
Right.
And it has actually improved the overall scoring of the whole group. So there is some support that it's doing great things in other industries.
It's that classic saying that says iron sharpens iron. Yeah. Right, where the bus drivers was like, oh, like today I'm going to get a great score, and that inherently helps. I think if we can get 1% better at driving or anything, right, anything that we do across the district, if every single employee is getting 1% better, it's I think is going to improve student outcomes. But you said 35%, right, and so that's a huge improvement in our student safety. So I want to know, and I think it's important for our audience members to understand is, with all these safety innovations, I would say, that you have implemented, right, this year, how can the community help our bus drivers, help our students be safer?
I think what we need from the community is we need patience. Anything that's brand new needs patience. Nothing comes straight across and gets implemented into a system this large without having some hiccups, and I think having patience is a big one. And the other thing is to communicate. When there are successes, communicate. When there are failures, communicate. And we can turn around and we can both note both of those so that we understand that the system's working or the system's not working. We've had some great input so far on some of our, especially our K-12. We've had some great input, and we've had to do some tweaking to get everything working. Like I said, we were talking earlier about how big transportation is in DPS. We're second only to Jeffco and RTD.
Wow.
And so we are one of the largest transportation systems. So implementation like that requires time and requires patience.
Albert, before we let you go, is there anything else that you'd like to mention about you, your team, your efforts, safety in general for our students?
Absolutely. I think the one thing that I would say about the team is that we're a person-based support system. And my whole team understands the importance of the role that we play for our students, and understanding that getting students to school, number one, first face they see, make sure you smile. Make sure you're looking for the safety of your student all the time. The second thing is get your students to school. Get your student to school in a timely manner, because very often our students are going to school and they're going to get breakfast, right? We don't want them to miss breakfast. We want them to get there and learn. We want to be able to provide all the services and be that first connection for our students. And I think that everybody on my team understands their mission. It's a large mission. I feel like transportation sits in the background, but it's a very important gear.
Absolutely.
So that's what I would say, and I think that the whole team is absolutely mission focused.
Albert, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for the service that you provide to our students, because it's not small work, right? Your team put in a lot of hours, because you said the first route starts at 6:15. That means the bus is geared up, ready to go by 6:15. So what time did the driver get there? What time did you get there? And then what time do you leave, right? If there's extracurricular activities, things on the weekends, weather, add traffic, it's famous here in Colorado. We have 4 seasons, right? We have fall, winter, spring, and construction, right? Yeah. Those are our 4 seasons, and so with that adds a complexity. If they close the road, to a school route, I can only imagine the shifting and flexibility that you have to have. So I want to thank you on behalf of everybody for all the work that you've done.
Well, thank you for having me, and super excited just to get this information out.
Absolutely. Well, friends and families, this concludes our EDUCA DPS podcast for today. A big thank you to our guest, Albert Zamora, for such an important conversation. I want to thank the DPS community and the communications department here at DPS, and of course, our superintendent, Dr. Alex Marrero, for his consistent support to all our multimedia productions, including the EDUCA DPS podcast. If you found this episode interesting or helpful, the best way to support our podcast is to please share the content with your friends and family. And you can find all of our major podcast platforms under the DPS Podcast Network, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at Denver Public Schools Plus. And please don't forget to tell your children more often, I believe in you and I know you can do it. My name is Javier Ibarra. Until next time.